What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys today with a very special Archetype video. Gongye Fat Choi, which means Happy Lunar New Year to all those who celebrate the Lunar New Year. And we have to pay attention to this because this is the reason why this archetype has its inspiration. The Zoodiacs, known in the OCG as the 12 Zodiac Beasts, are a series of Earth attribute Beast Warrior type monsters that are both rank 4 and level 4 monsters that were released in Raging Tempest and Maximum Crisis back in 2017 here in the TCG. In the OCG, Raging Tempest was released in October of 2016, and then Maximum Crisis, which had more cards, was released in 2017. February of 2017. Now, the whole Archetypes gimmick is that these are monsters who, in the main deck, give their abilities to monsters whose original typing is Beast Warrior, while the Exceed monsters gain attack and defense equal to the Zoodiac monsters that are under them as Exceeds material. Then once a turn, they can stack themselves on top of another Zoodiac monster to be Exceed summoned. Similar to how Utopia and Utopia Ray were when they came out as a bit of a Chaos Exceeds. And Konami decided, well, let's try it again, but with monsters who don't need multiple monsters to do the summon. So while that lineup of things transpired, they ended up becoming Tier 0 and basically dominating the entire format throughout the year and even into the year of 2018. But luckily it was stopped as the Forbidden Limited list definitely put a halt to that. Now, some of the monsters that you'll see are still on the list, such as Zoodiac Raptor, Zoodiac Broadbull, Zoodiac Dryden, and the spell card Zoodiac Barrage. While Dryden and Raptor are both at 1, respectively in the OCG, they aren't here in the TCG, as Dryden is still banned along with Broadbull for us, and Raptor is still at 1. Zoodiac Barrage is at 2 in the OCG, but here in the TCG it is at 1. Because of the combination and setups that these cards have, it made it easy and pliable to basically say, yeah, we don't want too much of this going out of control, so we're going to limit and ban what we possibly can, so we can stop any Tier 0 threats that the deck has to offer since its initial release back in 2016 to 2017 for both respective regions of the game. Now, in addition to that, we got to talk about these awesome creatures, as each of them are given an element in the Zodiac lineup. There is the element of water, fire, wood, earth, and metal. While these respective ones only really account to the more history lesson that's attached to them, there's also a compatibility between some of these monsters, in which ones are compatible, which ones aren't, and some of it does tend to depend on the creatures themselves and the interactions in which personality traits that you have. To not go too deep into it, I'll only read off what the element of that creature is, and then where that creature falls in terms of who are you compatible with and who you're not. If you want more, you can always look it up on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki, or just look up Chinese Zodiac compatibilities. I'm sure you'll find something. So, with that in total and how messed up this looks, while we go ahead and we get into it. Starting off is Zoodiac Raptor, known as Moramat of the 12 Zodiac Beasts. This monster has 0 attack and defense and has the ability that when normal summoned, you can send one Zodiac card from your deck to the graveyard one Zodiac card from your deck to the graveyard. While it is Exceeds material for a monster who is an originally Beast Warrior, it gives them the following effect. Once a turn, detach one material from this card to select one Zoodiac Raptor from your deck or hand. Zoodiac Raptor, in terms of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Lore, is holding a Raptor, which is a small little sword. It's a long sword that has a very short, small blade, but has easy reach and quick swiftness to its usage. Now, in terms of the compatibility lineup, Raptor is based off of the Rat. The Rat is of the water element and is compatible with the Dragon the monkey, and is incompatible with the horse and goat. Then we have the second in the lineup. This is Zoodiac Broad Bull, known in the OCG as Bullhorn of the 12 Zodiac Beasts. So this is the rank 4 Xyz monster that requires 2 level 4 monsters. It gains attack and defense equal to the stats of the Zodiac monsters attached to it combined. For the rest of the video, I'll also exclude that. Then, once a turn, you can attach one material from this card to add one Beast Warrior type monster from your deck to your hand that can be normal summoned. Zoodiac Broad Bull is based off of the ox and is holding a broad axe. This monster element is earth in terms of the monster that the creature is based off of, and it is compatible with the snake and rooster, but incompatible with the goat and horse. This monster, like I said earlier, is the only one of the Xyz monsters in both the TCG and OCG to still be forbidden. Next is Zoodiac Tiger Mortar, known as Tigress of the 12 Zodiac Beasts. Her ability is that she can, once a turn, target one Xyz monster you control, and attach one Zoodiac monster from your graveyard to it as Xyz material. One Xyz monster and attach it Zoodiac monster to it as Xyz material. Zoodiac Tiger Mortar is based off of the tiger, and her weapon of choice is a mortar, which is a moving cannon. A movable cannon. Sorry, not a portable cannon, a moving cannon. Tigress is of the wood element, and she is compatible with the horse and dog, but is incompatible with the monkey and snake. Next is Zoodiac Bunny Blast, known in the OCG as Rabina of the 12 Zodiac Beasts. When this card is destroyed by a card effect or battle, you can target one Zoodiac card in your graveyard, except for Blast Bunny, and add it to your hand. The Xyz monster that has her as material gains the ability that during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell or a targets or effect that targets this card, you can attach one material from it to negate the activation. She holds the attack and defense of 800, and she's based off of the bunny. Her weapon of choice, of course, is the long shaped gun known as the bird blaster. Hold on, I'm getting that corrected. Yes, the broader bust, which is a very old school gun that's long in its base, and it's really just more so of a soldier weapon from back in the ye old days. The artwork of it had to be changed so that it looked less gun and more laser focused. And Rabina is based off of the rabbit, which was given the element of wood. She is compatible with boar and goat, and is incompatible with dragon and rooster. Speaking of dragon, Zoodiac Trident, known as Dragonica of the 12 Zodiac Beasts. She requires 4 level 4 monsters, and once a turn during either player's turn, you can detach one material from this card to then target one face-up card on the field and destroy it. Trident is based off of the dragon, and its weapon of choice is the trident. A weapon known in most mythologies as being used by the king or the god of the sea. Trident itself is based off of the mythological creature known as the dragons. That fly, shoot fireballs, and depending on which region, can look very more dragonic or very elegant. Trident is of the earth attribute and is compatible with the rat and monkey, but is incompatible with the dog and rabbit. And as we all know, here in the TCG it is forbidden, but in the OCG it is limited to 1. Zoodiac with tail, known as Viper of the 12 Zodiac beasts. During either player's turn, you can target one Beast Warrior Exceeds monster you control and attach this card to it from the hand or field. Then, if while exceed material, if this card battles an opponent's monster at the damage calculation, you can banish this card. This card is based off of the snake, and its weapon of choice is the whip. Is the snake whip. This monster's element is that of fire, and it is compatible with the ox and rooster, but incompatible with the pig and tiger. Throwblade. Zoodiac Throwblade, known in the OCG as Throwblade of the 12 Zodiac beasts. When this card is no longer special summon, you can discard one Zoodiac card from your hand to draw one card. While it exceeds material of an original monster a monster whose original type is Beast Warrior, it allows this monster to, when attacking a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. Throwblade is based off of the horse, and its weapon of choice is the sword. Throwblade and Whiptail have the highest base stat attacks in the Zoodiac archetype. This falling in the first, Whiptail falling to second, and definitely tend to be a combination of the two, where Whiptail allows you to banish whatever monster you battle with your opponent. It also has Throwblade that will be under it, giving it the ability to pierce through any of the defenses and inflict damage to your opponent. The horse is of the fire element and has compatibilities with the dog and tiger, but incompatibility with the rat and ox. Next up is Ram, known as Ram of the 12 Zodiac beasts. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one Zoodiac monster in your graveyard, except for Zoodiac Ram, and special summon it. And while it's used as a seized material during either player's turn, you can, when your opponent activates a trap or an effect that targets this card, you can touch one material from it and negate the activation. Ram is based off of a ram, and its weapon of choice is the battering ram. Its element is that of earth, and it is compatible with both rabbit and pig, and incompatible with ox and rat. Next up is Hammer Kong. Zoodiac Hammer Kong, who is known as Hammer Kong of the 12 Zodiac beasts. Requires 3 level 4 monsters, and while it has exceeds material, your opponent's monsters cannot target face-up monsters on the field with card effects except for this one. Once a turn during the end phase, detach one exceeds material from this card. Hammer Kong is based off of the monkey, and its weapon of choice is the hammer. This monster's element is that of metal, and it is compatible with rat and dragon, but is incompatible with tiger and pig. Kakaroost, Zoodiac Kakaroost to be more precise, and Cockle of the 12 Zodiac beasts, its OCG name. This monster, when destroyed by battle or card effect, can target one Zoodiac card in your graveyard and shuffle it into the deck. And while it's used as a seed material during either player's turn, when an opponent activates a monster effect that targets this card, you can detach one material and negate the activation. Great for things like Effect Veiler and such. Zoodiac Kakaroost is based off of the rooster, and the rooster is that of the element of metal. It is compatible with ox and snake, but is incompatible with rabbit and dog. Next up, speaking of dog, we have Zoodiac Chakanine, known in the OCG as Lyra of the 12 Zodiac beasts. She requires 2+ level 4 monsters, and once a turn, you can attach one material from this card to then special summon one Zoodiac monster from your grave. Its effects are negated for the rest of the turn and cannot be used as a seized material. Zoodiac Chakanine is based off of the canine, or the dog, and her weapon of choice is the chakras, which the chakras, which are ringed weapons that have bladed edges. Very dangerous. And she is compatible with, hold on one second. Yeah, she is the element of earth. And she is compatible with the rabbit and tiger, but is incompatible with the dragon and rooster. Last but not least is Zoodiac Borbo, known as Wild Bow of the 12 Zodiac Beasts. Requires 5 level 4 monsters for a succeed summon, the normal way. And if this card can attack your opponent directly. While this card inflicts damage to your opponent, if it has 12 or more material, you can send as many cards as possible from your opponent's hand or field to the graveyard, and then change this card to defense position. This monster is based off of the boar, and its weapon of choice is the bow. The boar, or pig, rather, is of the water elements. It is compatible with rabbit and goat, but is incompatible with snake and monkey. So that resides all of the 12 Zodiac monsters, and I apologize if these guys seem to be a little off in angle. And from there, we have the spells and traps. Now, I unfortunately do not own all the spells and traps for the Zodiac archetype, but I will read off their abilities along with the 2 that I currently have. So with the 2 that I currently have, we're going to start off with Zodiac Barrage, known in the OCG as Elemental Triangle of the 12 Zodiac Beasts. So this card's effect reads: you can target one face-up monster one face-up card you control and destroy it. If you do, such as summon one Zodiac monster from your deck, you're going to use this effect of Zodiac Barrage once per turn. If this card is destroyed by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Zodiac Xyz monster you control and attach this card to that monster as Xyz material. This card depicts the monsters Ram, Blast Bunny, and Borbo going into combat, with Bunny leading the charge. According to this artwork, her art was decently censored as they changed the gun from black to purple. And it shows the triangle elemental formation because neither one of these has the element that they have in terms of their attributes in the card game. And this is one of the most iconic cards for the utility in the card game, as it's limited in the TCG and semi-limited in the OCG. Zoodiac Combo, known in the OCG as Seasonal Directions of the 12 Zodiac Beasts. You can target one Zodiac Xyz monster you control and attach one Zodiac monster from your deck to that monster as Xyz material. During either player's turn, except for the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it from the grave to then target up to 5 Zodiac cards in your graveyard with different names. Shuffle them into the deck and then draw 1. Zoodiac Combo is supposed to act as if a jar of greed for the archetype, while also being able to attach material to a Zodiac Xyz monster from the deck automatically, giving it access to cards like Throwblade and Whiptail in case some things go awry. Now, for the cards that I do not have on me, and we're going to talk about them now, Zodiac Gathering, known as Antithesis of the 12 Zodiac Beasts. If you control, it's a continuous trap that says you control a Zodiac Xyz monster, you can detach Xyz material from it to then attach if a Zoodiac Xyz monster, sorry, because I read that wrong. If a Zoodiac Xyz monster you control would attach material for its effect, you can target another Xyz monster you control and attach material from it instead. Then, once a turn, you're going to use this effect of Zodiac Gathering per turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target up to 2 Zodiac Xyz monsters you control. Attach one of them to the other as Xyz material. And of course, the material will then fall onto that one monster, making it real easy to destroy things with a target. Then, we have Zodiac Sign, known in the OCG as Zodiac Sign. This is the field spell for the Zodiac archetype. And it says that all Zodiac monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. Zodiac monsters you control that monsters your opponent controls cannot target face-up Beast Warrior type monsters you control for attacks, except for the Beast Warrior monster that you control with the highest attack. Neither if it's a tie. Once a turn, you can, if you have a Zodiac Xyz monster you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you destroy one monster on your field or in your hand instead of the Zoodiac monster. This card just depicts the 12 Zodiac monsters themselves surrounding themselves with a harmonious light to fight off an evil and using their spiritual powers to do such. This is probably the most connected we'll get in terms of many of the lore with the Chinese Zodiac, but there are still more things to come. I am very excited to do a video on the Zodiac Beast because this is definitely kin to the Chinese Zodiac and Lunar New Year that's going on now. I really did enjoy it. I hope you guys did as well. And for such an iconic archetype, I definitely did not want to leave them out and wanted to make sure that I did give you guys a proper video for them. Not only celebrate the new year, but also to celebrate their anniversary, because something I didn't talk about, the TCG release of this set is February 9th in the EU, but February 10th here in the TCG, meaning it's going to be 8 years here in the TCG and 9 years as of October 8th of this year. So yeah, lots to celebrate with the Zoodiacs, and I hope many of you enjoyed these monsters in this archetype video. If you did, definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me out tremendously. You can hit the notification bell to be informed of when I upload more of my content like this and more. Social media links are in the description box below. And with that said, Gonye Fat Choi to you all. And I will catch you in my next video. HPJ signing out. Take care.